There was nearly a 10% increase in the number of rough sleepers in London last spring, with half of them doing so for the first time. Charities say they're seeing a difference in the type of people who've been seeking their help in recent months, with rising prices forcing people who have never slept rough before onto the streets. The government says it has committed £2 billion to tackle homelessness and rough sleeping. Thomas Magill has the story.
This is Oxford Street last night, and a row of rough sleepers bedding in doorways with nowhere to go. As morning comes, it's places like the Whitechapel Mission where they go for support and perhaps their only meal of the day.
Whitechapel Mission opens its doors at 6 a.m. and it opens at that time because that's the time the city starts to wake up, and of course in doing so they wake up people sleeping in doorways and sleeping on the streets. By 8 a.m. there will be a queue already of 40 or 50 people waiting for breakfast, and within the next hour or so we will serve, on a normal day, about 350 full cooked English breakfasts.
Hussein lives in a hostel nearby but was on the streets during COVID and says the mission and those he was with helped him survive.
Before I was homeless, living with 9 Romanian guys in coronavirus times. Under the bridge. It was crazy, They took care of me. I'll go to sleep cold, wake up with a blanket on me. Like, who put this blanket on me? Like, do you know what I mean? So great, and that's what you need. Someone just to tell you it's okay. It's okay, you're going to get through it.
Well, bosses down here at the Mission fear there could be darker days ahead as the number of rough sleepers increased yet again over the last quarter. Between April and June, it was reported there was over 3,200 rough sleepers on the streets, and perhaps more worrying, 1,600 of those were there for the first time. And it's not just the numbers that are growing. The reasons why are becoming more complex too.
Families are just struggling to cope. Youngsters especially are not finding the employment that can pay enough for the housing costs that are rising at a ridiculous level. What we should be doing as a society is trying to target the causes of that rough sleeping and reduce it at source. And it's very costly. We need to be addressing children's services, the care system, people leaving prison, in the hope of actually preventing them becoming rough sleepers if we truly want to end homelessness.
Last week, the government published its rough sleeping strategy, which restated its commitment to end rough sleeping by the end of this parliament. Good news for people like Hussein, who has his own plan to stay off the streets.
I think it's time for me to take some accountability, but I do see that I know I'm going to be a millionaire one day. I've always said it.
Thomas Magill, BBC London.